Good evening and welcome back to the Lions League. Thank you for watching tonight's matchup from the development teams between the Royal Engineers and the Royal Signals. It should be an exciting game. Obviously, the last episode you might have watched with myself commentating. There was a few connection issues, so hopefully we don't have the same problem again tonight. And we should get some...
Apex, make sure you've got Burns muted so he can't hear you. Or Burns mute Apex, whichever one.
Sorry about that. The team's obviously just getting set up at the moment. But thank you for joining us this evening, whether you're brand new to Call of Duty or first-person shooters in general, or if you're aware of competitive gaming. There should be a good matchup between the Royal Engineers and the Royal Signals. It shouldn't be too much longer now before the teams get into the game. Just so you all know what the map lineup for this evening is. The first game will be Hardpoint on Gunrunner, followed by Search and Destroy on Ramaza, and then Domination on Gunrunner. If we get to the stage that we need the fourth and the fifth games this evening, it'll be a game of Hardpoint on Hackney Yard and Search and Destroy on Arkalov Peak. I am your commentator, Damon. Thank you again for joining us. Without further ado, we'll get right to it. We'll wait a few more moments here before we jump into our first game. Hardpoint on Gunrunner.
Is muted.
Stocking it. Sorry, I can hear you now.
No, that's fine. Are you all good to go, yeah?
Yeah, all set up, ready to go my end. It's already streaming.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, sweet.
So it looks like we're getting ready to go. So again, this is the two development teams between the Royal Engineers and the Royal Signals. The lineup for this evening, captaining the Royal Engineer team is Stockinator. He's supported by Vertex, Cassage, Jarvo and Tomo, with Apex and Matt Acton as substitutes. For the Signals team, we have got Vidville, Godders, Mitchy T, It's Scotty 2025, Bruce Lee, and then as subs, Boom Boom and Private White. Not long now till we get underway. The team's just going to get set up and we'll have our first match of the evening. Hardpoint on Gunrunner. So here we go then. As you can see, we've got the RE team in the blue and red, and the signals are playing in the blue and green on your screens this evening. It looks like the RE have got the better side for spawns. We're going to make sure that they hold those spawns throughout the game. So the first hard point's a few seconds out now, 10 seconds until that comes live. And we'll see what these players have got to offer. It looks like Tomo's going to flank round to the right here. Just keep an eye on those traps to make sure nobody's flanking around that right-hand side. Let's go over to Sarge. Let's see. Well, he's going to quickly get taken out. Let's go over to Javo and watch him for a moment. He's going to come to the centre and he's going to take out one of the Signals players there. And he's currently scoring a few points on the board for the Engineers there at the first 15 seconds of the match. The Signals have taken the lead at this early stage of the game. Java here spotted a couple of Signals players trying to win those spawns. So he's going to try and hunt them down and take them out to avoid them getting any sort of advantage over the Engineers. Javo takes out Steven. Boom quickly comes and takes out Java. Obviously heard that gunfire, chased him down and took him out. It looks like the Engineers have now lost the spawns and putting them in not a great position at this stage of the game. However, they have still got control of that hard point. But let's see if the Signals can push them out in order to get themselves some much needed points. Java there just spotting Steven in the window. Let's go over to Kasaj, see what he's doing. And Java is taken out there. And as well Kasaj, it looks like the whole Royal Engineers team really struggling to push the Signals off of that hard point. Let's come out for a minute. You can see here the Signals really nicely spread out. Stockinator's just there on the top trying to get some fire down on top of them. Just flying to the window. Let's see what we can see from the inside. The Engineers now have control of the hard point. Steven comes in the side entrance. He's taken out by Javo. We've got Stockinator just running around the top there. And he's just going to try and stop those Signals players from pushing in. But with 15 seconds left, both teams here, if we look at the minimap, you can see the Signals already setting up on the left-hand side of the minimap. It's number 6 and number 8, Vidville and Michi, getting ready to secure that next third hard point. Let's go over to number 3, Java, who's already there trying to push him out. And he kills number 6, Vidville, which will secure the Engineers' hard point. He comes around the side, and Java's going to take him out, and he's going to take out Scotty. 2 Signals players come around. He manages to take out 1. He takes out 2. You can see here the Signals have got that left-hand side spawn point, so they're just going to be throwing bodies at this hard point, trying to score as many points as possible. The Engineers doing a fantastic job right now, holding on to that hard point. Let's see if they can maintain this pressure of the Royal Signals. Looks like Mitchy T is going to come and he's going to take pro, but he's going to get taken out from his blind spot, and the Royal Engineers win. The host has ended the game here. I'm not too sure what's happening. Maybe the connection's not great. We're just going to take a pause here for a moment and see what's going on. That first game will not count. There's obviously something that's happened. So we'll figure out what's going on, and we'll hopefully jump back into the action as soon as possible. We had a very similar problem like this the other day, where the internet speeds that the players are playing with aren't that suitable for these sort of competitive matches. However, we have been trying to resolve that situation by hosting with those individuals who've got the best sort of signal, the best connectivity. it might be a case that we need to change host here just so that they can get the best connection possible, so that these players aren't playing with too much lag or glitches in the game. Looks like there might have been a sub on the field. We'll just wait 2 seconds for these players to get into it. Back into it then. Royal Engineers have got the correct spawn that they require for this first half of the game. You see the Engineers just setting up in this back right hand corner here, and the Signals are on the opposite side of the map, and they're going to be making their way over to this first hard point in the center, trying to take control. You can see here both teams, it looks like number 2 Stockinator is going to cover that right hand flank, just try and stop any Signals players coming out that way to try and win that spawn area. It looks like Signals have already popped loads of smoke, and they've already got the hard points to take the first few points in this match. Got number 8 there, user 9436086. He's just going to hide in that corner, try and get as many points down as possible, and then he's going to have to try and push them out. Vertex comes in and he'll take him out. You can see Scotty just running around there. He's going to come around to the flank, and Vertex manages to take him out. Let's zoom out a bit here, get a bit more of a wide angle of view. Steven's going to come around the side, and he's going to take out Steven. Sarge just keeping eyes on from the rocks over here. And the Engineers have taken the lead. With 15 seconds to go though, I can see both teams looking to rotate round to our second hard point over by the warehouse. Already the Royal Signals got a man on the side, but he's quickly taken out by Sarge running around on the beams at the top. Looks like the Engineers are going to secure the second hard point to start putting some more score on the board. The Signals are now going to try and make their way in to push those Engineer players out. Vertex putting down a trophy system, try and stop any grenades or smoke coming through that'll give the Signals any sort of advantage. Yeah, there it is. You can see the trophy system taking out Scotty's grenade, or it might have been a smoke grenade. Sarge takes out Goodwill. Vertex is out. Scotty taking out Tomo. You can hear lots going on here. And it looks like Sarge will take out Vidville there. Mitchie comes in and he's going to take out Tomo, but very quickly taken out by Scotty. You can look here at the map. You can already see number 5 there. Vertex swinging round to that third hard point. He's being chased down by Vidville, who knows somebody's going to be making their way round. And it's going to be a gunfight, and number 5, Vertex will win. So let's have a look at these Engineer players from their first person perspective now. This is a difficult position to defend. They've got multiple arcs they're going to have to contend with here, and the Signals know every single one of them. You can see there the Signals coming in from both sides now. Number 9, Mitch has managed to flank around the back, and he's going to take out Vertex. Let's go over to the Signals team here and watch one of them from their perspective. We're going to watch Vidville here. He's going to make his way over mid-wall and try and make his way round. But Java's there. He's going to probably pop out. No, he's not. And he's going to be taken out from behind, from his blind spot. And he's going to try and make his way around again. Royal Engineer having a very dominant round on this third hard point. With 13 seconds left to go. They are going to look to rotate to the fourth hard point at the ISO containers. You can see here Vidville's already in position, ready to secure. And the Engineers have got number 1 and 2, Tomo and Stockinator, making their way round. They know that the signal's already going to be there. They want to push them off as quickly as possible to take advantage of the points. You can see there, Vidville heard the footsteps from that Engineer player. Tomo takes him out nice and quickly. Javo just going to sneak around there. Can't see him. And Javo, nice jump shot round the corner. Beautiful. Let's zoom out here for a moment to get a third person perspective. Looks like the Engineers are now on the point. The Signals are going to try and come push them in. Looks like you've got Scotty coming around the left-hand side there, trying to get rid of any flanking Engineer players. Steven's going to take out both the Engineer players to secure the hard point for the Signals. And he's supported by Mitchie. You can see there, user 943 coming around, but Scotty could hear that Engineer player Vertex coming around the backhand side. And you've got 3 players from the Signals now on the point. 7 seconds left on the hard point. The Engineers are on that 5th and final position, ready for the rotation. Let's go over to Javo, who's got his eyes on boxes. And you can see there, he's just peering through that gap, just in trying to anticipate where those Signals players might be coming from. You can see already there, he can hear some tacticals coming through the door. He's going to try and make sure that doesn't have any effect, and he gets to get blindsided. And unfortunately, the Engineers have now lost the spawn position. The Signals have managed to push them off, and they have got the taken out by Vidville. Of Mitchy T here from the Signal side. Let's see how these. Remember, at this stage, both teams will be communicating with each other, as in within their own team. They'll be speaking to each other, calling out where they see the players on the opposing side. That gives everyone the situational awareness that they need in order to take them out and give themselves the best fighting chance at securing these hard points. Looks like that the Signals were able to just get on the point there, but it's going to be a furious battle here between both the Engineers and Signals for this first hard point. This is the most difficult point to defend on this map, from my perspective, because there's so many different avenues of approach that these teams could try and come and secure this hard point. You can see there, it's just changing hands between the Engineers, Signals. Javo's there. He's going to get in and back to the Engineers. Engineers with a 30-point lead right now, but that's not a lot. It's about half a minute worth of points. And again, the Signals take it straight back from them, trying to get the much-needed points to try and take the lead over these Engineer players. A beautiful triple kill there by Cassage. Oh no, he's taken out 2 of his own guys. That's not ideal at all. And already with 6 seconds left, players are already fighting for control of the warehouse. Let's go over, fly through the window here, and see how the Signals players are going to try and hold off the Engineers from taking this hard point. As you can see, Javo's already come inside, and he's going to try and put down some suppressing fire. Scotty can hear him. He's going to come around, and Scotty's unfortunately going to take Javo out there. These Signals players doing very well in holding this hard point. It's contested at the moment, but the Signals have managed to push the Engineers off again. 30 seconds left on the hard point. Stockinator is getting taken out by Mitchy T. They heard him up top, and he was able to take him out of the equation, causing real damage. The Signals having a really strong round here. The Engineers not quite managing to push them off. Now 20 seconds left. You can see the Engineers on the minimap already swinging around to that third hard point. Let's go over to Cassage. Let's see if they can secure this hard point. They're keeping an eye out for these Signals players, knowing they're all looking to swing. In the boiler room there, you've got Steven. Cassage is trying to put down some suppressing fire, hold him at bay. No one wants to be caught in line of one of these Engineers' iron sights, that's for sure. Seems like the Signal this evening is holding out pretty well. Engineers still maintaining a lead. 45 seconds in hard point. Engineers maintain control. Sarge taking out Scotty there. Thomas taking out Steven. Both teams here trying to furiously fight for control of this third hard point. 30 seconds left on the point, and the Signals managed to take control to win some points. Thomas going to come in, and he's going to get taken out by Scotty. Cassage comes in, and he's taken out by user 943. Signals still maintaining control. 17 seconds left, and you can see Vertex and Stockinator, supported by Tomo and Cassage, are going to already rotate to that 4th position over by the ISO containers. Let's just fly across the map here. You see Cassage there and Tomo, they've secured the area. They're going to try and push those Signals players back. You can see Vidville coming in here. He wants to push them out of that position. And the Engineers will take control of the hard point. And then Vidville will get in. He doesn't realise Cassage is there. Java will take him out. Cassage will then secure for the Engineers. But no, Steven says no. Stockinator comes in, supported by Vertex. Both teams furiously fighting for control here. No one really dominating this 4th hard point in this development team match between these 2 fantastic teams. Scotty's going to throw in a grenade, and it doesn't do much. Tomo is going to have to reload, but he manages to survive. User 943 comes in, and he takes a beautiful headshot from Tomo. Signals on the point now. Some trophy systems have gone down, but with 15 seconds left, the Engineers are already well ahead of the Signals team. They are going to rotate round here to the 5th and final point. Let's go through the wall here. You can see Tomo trying to make his way in, but the Signals are going to be hot on their heels, just trying to secure those last few points that are desperately needed from that last point. Engineers are going to have to make sure that they hold this point down if they want to win this round. But already number 7, Scott, has made his way in, and you can see here that the Signals have taken control. The Engineers have got to push them off this point now, otherwise they will not have enough time to secure the victory in this first game. You can see on the right hand side, Javo just there, over by the truck. He's going to make his way in. He's currently contested. Use 943 and Steven, they're going to secure it for the Signals. It's a very tight game at the moment with 25 seconds left. The Engineers need to take it now for a victory, but they cannot hold the point down, and the Signals are going to take those few points. This could come down to the very last points. 10 seconds left. It looks like Tomo's just going to hold back and secure as many as he can while the Engineers try and get to the central location. It's going to be an absolute photo finish here. The Engineers have got the hard point. 5 seconds left, and it looks like the Engineers will take the victory against the Signals in this first round. Very well played by the Engineers there. Both teams fighting furiously for those hard points, using their tacticals, using their trophy systems well. These players know this map inside and out. They know exactly when to rotate. You'll usually find that at about 15 seconds left, the teams will look to try and secure that ground so that they can instantly get on the point and get as many points as possible. But with that map over, we now move into our second map of this of the 5 this evening. The second is going to be Search and Destroy on Ramaza. Slightly different atmosphere in this next map. Then Search and Destroy, obviously being trying to look for the objective and destroy it using a planted explosive. Both teams only have 1 life each. Each player only has 1 life. If they lose that life, that is them for the round, which basically means if the other team manages to take them out before they can take out an objective, they will win the round. And similarly, those who are attacking, if they take out all the members of the other team, they will automatically win a round. It'll be 1st to 6, so the first team to reach 6 rounds wins. Engineers are currently leading the match 1-0. Next map coming up soon, Search and Destroy on Ramaza. Let's see how these two teams do. Both teams are now just going to talk through a few tactics before they move into the next round. It's a very interesting dynamic with these two teams, especially on a map like Ramaza. It's very different to Gunrunner. On Gunrunner, there's a lot of different avenues of approach, whereas Ramaza is a little bit more channeled. There's a lot more choke point. There are many more choke points on this map, and as you'll see, the players know exactly where those choke points are. It looks like Stockinator's just dropped out, so I'm wondering if we're going to have a change of host here. If you bear with us 2 moments, then we'll find out what the players are thinking, and we'll get back into our next game of Search and Destroy on Ramaza. And it looks like... Nope, he hasn't joined back in. We're just waiting now for Stockinator, the captain of the engineer team here. Looks like maybe he's having some connection issues. As soon as he's back in, we'll get into this next game. Looks like both teams are set up and ready to go now. Search and destroy on Ramaza. So for those who tuned into the last development team game from the Royal Engineers, they were playing the AGC. The final map was search and destroy on Ramaza. That game went to the very last 11th round with the Engineers clutching the victory. I think at that point the Engineers were struggling with the fast pace that the AGC were putting on. So let's see what sort of tactics that Signals are going to use and whether the Engineers respond to the pressure at that point. It looks like Vertex putting a little heart on the screen for us there. That's just to show the appreciation for those tuning in and watching. Looks like the Engineers will be on defending first. Signals, oh no, that's incorrect. They'll be on attacking first. The Signals looking to... It looks here like the Engineers are going to go for the Bravo objective, but two of the Signals players have already taken out the bomb. It looks like number 9 has spotted number 1 and 5 just on the top of the cafe there. Let's go over here and see how these two players are getting on. And very quickly, user 943 is taking out Stockinator. Tomo just hiding there in the cafe, keeping eyes. If we fly through the floor here, you can see he's just trying to keep eyes on that back alley, making sure if any Signals players come round that direction, that they aren't going to be sneaking up on anybody. But already the bomb's been dropped and the two Signal players have got eyes on, so they know the Engineers are going to want to come and secure this explosive. This is the charge that the players need to plant on these objectives. But it looks like with 23 seconds left and only one of the Engineer players, Tomo's going to have to try and sneak out here. Let's follow him and see if he can clutch a win for the Engineers. 10 seconds left. It's not looking likely. He's going to pop some smoke, try and draw those Signals players out. But they're not buying any of it. They are going to stay firmly where they are because they know they have got the win for this first round of Search and Destroy in Ramaza. Very good tactics there from the Signals. Tomo obviously just playing a little bit cautiously there. Trying to draw them out, trying to use his tacticals in order to get some sort of advantage, but not quite sealing the deal. Second round in the Search and Destroy. It looks like the Signals will be now attacking. It has switched sides. You can see here the Engineers are going to now spread out. They're going to send, looks like 2 left, 2 right, with 1 up the centre just to cover that central alleyway. And the Signals are going to come left. They're going to go towards objective Bravo. Looks like number 3 hasn't seen number 9 and Michi T. But there's something going on. Let's go over to Sarge here, who's taken out one of the other players already. He takes out Victor. Let's go watch him for a moment. Peeking around that corner, loads of Signal players, and then Michi T's going to spot him and he manages to get around him. But all these players playing very cautiously right now. Remember, you only have 1 life in this game. And he's going to run and he gets clipped again, but not quite enough. He takes out 1. He's going to take out user. Yeah, he's going to take out user 943. Cassage doing a fantastic job here, but he gets taken out by Boom Boom. The Engineers have got an advantage now, and the Royal Engineers will finalise that victory for the second round. That was a very fast-paced game there. It looked like the Engineers, they knew that the Signals were coming that way. All they needed to do was communicate with each other, get there to support each other, and clean up the enemy team for the win. Switching sides again, so the Engineers will be on attacking. You can see them setting up here. Let's go into one of the players' perspective and see how they navigate their way around this map on Ramaza. Let's go over here to Cassage. He's been playing a good game so far. You can see there he's had a 3-2 kill death ratio. All these players playing brilliantly. He's just going to keep eyes on that roof. Make sure that none of the Signals players are coming that direction. There's a nice spread here from the Engineers. It looks like he's got Vertex on the bomb. Both putting down some suppressive fire, just trying to keep those Signal players heads down. Oh, and Cassage takes a few rounds from Michi T. Cassage just getting his health regenerated there, and he's going to run around and he's going to try and flank that position. Just change up where he is, keep the Signals players guessing. He's going to take a knee in the corner. Let's look at where these players are. So he's by himself over there. He's got Mitchy T running around. He's going to be listening out for those footsteps. It looks like Java takes out Vidville. The engineer's in a fantastic position here. The bomb has been planted. Let's go over to objective Bravo, where this bomb's been planted. The signals have got to defuse this bomb if they want to win the round. Now, the engineers are going to be keeping a close eye on this and make sure that they don't try to defuse, because that puts them in a vulnerable position. So if they can see one of the signals players defusing the bomb, they can win the round, but no problem, not even bothered. Royal Engineers will win that round by eliminating the signals players. Last 2 games for the Engineers have been a lot better, being a little bit more aggressive, looking to hunt those signals players down. Their communication must be working because something's going right here. Let's see if the signals can turn it around and bring it back in this 4th round of Search and Destroy on Ramaza. So both teams have switched sides again. So you can see the engineers are going to make their way around to objective Bravo, it seems. And the signals players are going to send... Sorry, the signals are going to come around to objective Bravo. The engineers already here. The tacticals going out. You can see 3 of the signals players there, just trying to come round. They've got number 6 in the roof. He's probably going to come down from these stairs from behind. The smoke is in place. Try and give those signals players a little bit of cover from view. Kasaj is just kneeling down, and he gets taken out by Vidville. Signals in a brilliant position here. It's a 3v3 matchup at the moment. Snockernate is going to come around the back. Let's see if he can take out Mitchy. No, but Mitchy's going to see him and he's going to take him out. Java knows somebody's there now. And he's going to take out the bomb carrier. 2 versus 1 here. Vidville knows where the bomb is. He knows where the engineer players are. And it's going to be a 1-on-1 between Tomo and Vidville. Let's see if Vidville can get this bomb and put the bomb down on the Bravo objective. He's being very cautious here. He doesn't know if the engineer players have communicated where that bomb is, so he doesn't want to take the chance that somebody's going to sneak up on him and take it and take his only life this round whilst he's picking up the bomb. But no, it looks like he's going to go for the bomb with 13 seconds left. It looks like Tomo's still on the other side of the map. He has no idea that the bomb carrier is there. This could be an easy plant for Vidville. With 4 seconds left, he's going to go for the plant. And now you can see already that Tomo is going to haul ass across the map. He's going to have to come and defuse that bomb. And Vidville, he's just going to hide in that corner. He knows. He knows that Tomo is going to have to defuse this bomb. If Tomo can't defuse this bomb and it goes off, that's a win for the signals. So Tomo's going to have to play it really tactically here. But Vidville's going to be here keeping an ear out. But he's got his dead silence on, so he won't be able to hear him at this stage. But he's just run out. Or has he? Tomo just sneaking down there, and is Vidville going to see him? Vidville can't see him, he's not seeing him. Oh, and Vidville knows he's there now. It's going to be a gunfight between the two. Ah, and it'll be a win for the signals. Vidville taking out Tomo there right at the end. It was a tense moment for both sides. Tomo giving a great effort, trying to get to the bomb, just trying to hunt down that signals player through the mist, but unfortunately couldn't seal the deal. That ties it up 2-2. That will take us into the 5th round of Search and Destroy. Both teams will be switching sides again. Let's go over and see how the engineers do on attacking. Here they go. It'll be Vertex on the bomb again. Let's follow these engineer players. They're going to be sprinting across. It looks like Vertex is going to go for something slightly different now. He's going to make his way right through the centre, through the cafe. He's going to keep an eye on through these doors. He is sprinting. We're not sure what the tactics are here. Maybe they're just trying to get a bit of speed going, a bit of aggression. You can see up there the signal player in that top of the window. And he's going to take some shots. And it's no, they've exchanged a few. Mitchy T's already been taken out. 5 versus 4. They're going to pop smoke on that Bravo objective here. You can see the engineer players. You've got Vidville on the right-hand side from the signals. Both teams playing it cautiously. Trying to listen out and see where those enemy players are. Vertex going to come through the door. Somebody heard him. Boom Boom's going to see him and he's going to take him out. And they can now get eyes on this bomb. Sarge is going to sprint up the stairs. Yes, and he can take out Steven. Nice shooting there from Kasaj. He's going to keep an eye on these doors. He's going to drop down and he's going to take Boom Boom from his blind spot. Beautiful playing there. But Kasajin eventually taken out by Vidville. Beautiful grenade by Tomo. Vidville didn't stand a chance against some high explosive. Tomo on the bomb, 1 versus 1. You can see there, user 943. He doesn't quite know where Tomo is, but he can see his smoke going down. Tomo, he's going to take him out, and that'll be a win for the Engineers in the 5th round. Search and destroy. Beautiful play from both sides, very aggressive. Look at this, watch his final kill from Tomo. Perfect. Sixth round then. Let's see if the Engineers can secure another victory. All they need to do is hold off these Signal players. Let's go over and watch some of Javo. It looks like Tomo's got some dead silence available as well, so he's going to be looking to use that to his advantage. Sneak up on some of these Signal players to make sure they can't hear his footsteps through their headphones. It looks like Javo's playing with a sniper here. Obviously these teams all play with their different loadouts, which you can see on screen now. But Javo there playing with the AX50. Not too sure how that tactic will work out. It looks like Stockinator's taken out user 943 there. And already 3 of the Engineer players have been taken out. Javo's still alive. Tomo manages to take out Boom Boom. But the Signals players now have some idea of where these Engineer players are on the map. You can see 0 there from the Signals. Steven, he's getting taken out twice by Javo. Beautiful. Javo and Tomo just working together. Not quite fast on the quick scope there. Vidville takes out Javo. It's a 1v1 now. Let's go over to Tomo. Watch him for a moment. He can hear him. He can hear the doors opening. He can hear the footsteps. Vidville just on the roof. You see the bomb just over there in the corner. These 2 players. Vidville's going to come around the back. Tomo's heard him. Can Tomo take him out? Yes, he can, and that'll be another win for the Royal Engineers. 4-2 to the Engineers. 2 more points, and the Engineers will have secured their 2nd victory into this evening's match against the Royal Signals development team. The Engineers here obviously playing a lot more dominantly than they did against the AGC the other day. It's good to see. They've obviously learnt from their mistakes against the other teams that they've played against. Let's see what they can do on attacking. Looks like that both teams, it looks like the Signals have anticipated they might go for objective Bravo. No one really heading towards A from the Signals. You've got 2 down the middle from Royal Engineers. I think number 3 and number 1, Tomo and Sarge. It looks like number 5 will be taken out. Let's go over and watch Vertex number 4 for a minute, the bomb carrier. Let's see what he can do. He's very quickly taken out. Javo now on the bomb. Not quite able to log into Javo's first point of view, and he's taken out by user 436 who had eyes on him from the stairs. He's just got eyes on the top window. They know where the bomb is now, so they're going to keep an eye on that. Kasaj and Tomo are going to want to get hold of that. They want to have a chance to lay the bomb on one of these objectives. But currently it's just down to Tomo. Steven managed to take out Kasaj. Let's get some eyes on him, see how he's playing. He knows somebody's somewhere. He's going to take out Steven. Could he clutch us up for the win? He's got 13 seconds left. He needs to do something here, otherwise the Signals will take a round. And he's going to get taken out from the sandbags, and that'll be a win for the Royal Signals. Very unfortunate there for the Engineers. Maybe they played a little bit too aggressively. It looked like the Signals knew exactly what they were going to do. Let's see if they switch up the tactics in this 8th round, of Search and Destroy. See if they can make something happen to bring the 5th win for the evening. So watching Tomo now, looks like him and Javo and himself are going to run around the right-hand side towards objective Bravo. Obviously, they are on defending now. They are trying to stop these Signals players planting any sneaky bombs on those objectives. You can hear where the smoke's been popped, so he's going to come around and just cover that arc. Make sure that the next player is coming through that house. He's going to use 4-3-6, but he gets taken out. Not quite accurate enough from there from Tomo. Let's go over to Kasaj, who's currently got his dead silence activated. The other players will not be able to hear his footsteps at this point. But he's certainly looking out, or listening out, I should say, for those footsteps from the Signals players. He manages to take out user 943. It's a 3v1. The Royal Engineers have got to... Surely this is a victory for the Engineers. Stevens on the bomb. Let's zoom out here for a moment, and let's see what Stevens tries to do. But no, he's going to get taken out, and that's going to be an easy win for the Engineers. Brilliantly defended. Signals being taken out very early on. Let's watch the final kill here. A little bit of firing from the hip. Drops into his scope, but doesn't need it at the end of the day. Very well done to Java there, securing the victory for the Royal Engineers. This will be the match point now for the Engineers. Let's see if they can bring this final win over the Royal Signals in this development team matchup. Let's watch Stockinator here for a moment. He's going to come around the right hand side, look at and he's going to get taken out very quickly by Mitchie. Looks like Mitchie using an M4 there. That gives them a one-person advantage. Let's go over to Passage and watch him for a moment. You can see user, but MP5's not quite accurate at that distance, you see. And you can see here that it looks like the Signals team are predominantly using the M4s, whereas the Engineers have opted for more MP5s. I don't know whether this proves to be more fruitful for the Signals, but already the Engineers are down to 2 players on this 9th round. We're in on the Search and Destroy match on Omaza. You can see here Java is going to try and make his way around the back of construction site now. He's keeping an eye on that top. He knows that Signal players might want to be up there looking down to try and catch him out. And he's going to take him out again. That's the accuracy of the M4 there. But he gets taken out. Obviously, he didn't know that Signals player was up there. It's just Tomo, 1 versus 3 now, 15 seconds left. I hate to say it, but this could be a win for the Signals. I don't think Tomo can clutch this one out. He's just going to wait in that corner there. He's going to try and plant the bomb with 1 second to go. And it's not going to be quite good enough. And that'll be a win for the Signals in this 9th round. This could go the distance if the Engineers do not manage to secure a victory in this next round. So the Engineers will be on defending now. We've seen that they're very good with defending. They usually have a nice spread. You can see there that the team members know exactly where they're going. You've got number 5 and 3, Stockinator and Kasaj, just moving to the left-hand side, sending 1 and 2, Tomo and Javo, round the side here to objective B. Let's go into Tomo for a minute and let's see how they do. Unfortunately, Mitchie T takes out Stockinator very quickly again. That gives Signals an advantage, but that has not stopped the Engineers from performing before. As Vertex gets taken out by Vidville, looks like the Signals are going to try and go for objective A. Number 3, Kasaj, I think he knows something's up. Let's go over to him. He knows something's up at this A. He's got dead silence on. The Signals players can't hear him. Let's see if they're communicating. If they communicate and they let each other know where they think these players are, they get an advantage and they can give everyone a situational awareness. He hears a gunfire from Boom Boom. He takes out Boom Boom. Beautiful kill there from Kasaj. Brings it to a nice even 3 against 3. And he's going to take out beautiful headshot there from Javo again. Kasaj against Steven. Javo takes out Vidville. 3 versus 1, but Mitchie's going to take out Kasaj. Didn't quite get it down the iron sights quickly enough there. Let's go over to Javo. They know they're at objective Bravo. You can see that they immediately ran over, and that'll be the final win for the Engineers, making the match score 2-1. Brilliant game there from both teams. Both teams communicating, accurately firing, doing everything that they need to do in order to secure the victory. However, the Engineers just managed to trump the Signals there at the very end of that matchup. Very well done to both teams. Brilliant playing. Some suspenseful moments all around. Let's see how they do in the next game of the match this evening, which will be Domination on Gunrunner, coming up very shortly. Stay tuned.
What, mate? Oh.
So that'll be a second victory for the Engineers there. We're moving into our third game now, so the score is 2-0 to the Engineers. If the Engineers can win this next game, they will win the match for the evening. No need to play that fourth and fifth match. So they've been very dominant on hard points. It was a close match, but at the end of the day, the Engineers clinched it. Search and Destroy being very close between the two teams, but the Engineers just managed to communicate where those other signal displays were in that last game, where the signals just couldn't hold out against the onslaught from the Engineers. Making that game 6-4, 2-0 to the Engineers for the overall match score. Domination on Gunrunner. Let's see how the Engineers can do on Domination. Domination is always quite intense. It's always quite high pace, high action. So we're going to try and we're going to try and fly around the map here and just see the sort of tactics that that both sides are using. Domination obviously has three objectives. You've got an Alpha, a Bravo, and a Charlie flag to capture. Now, each team will obviously spawn on both sides of the map, giving them the advantage over flags A and C, depending on which side they spawn, and it's usually that B flag in the middle where the contest happens. Every now and then one of the teams will try and send somebody around to flank and take that opposing side spawn flag, but that can quickly get shut down. So we'll see what the teams go for this evening. I'll do my best to commentate and explain what's going on, and hopefully the Engineers can win this final match. Not that I'm biased. We will try and watch some of the Signals players, see how they're doing. They are playing brilliantly, but let's see if they can actually finish against this very dominant Engineer side.
I'd have to say ready then as well, couldn't I?
Lads, field upgrades. Field up.
Moving into the final, not the final game, sorry, the third game of the evening, and domination between this development team matchup between the Engineers and the Royal Signals. You can see there both teams starting on opposite ends of the map. Engineers will secure their Charlie flag nice and quickly, and Signals have secured that A flag, and already you can hear the gunfire and the grenades and the tacticals going off at this Bravo flag. Let's just pull back a little bit here, watch through the rafters as these Engineers are already on the point securing it, and they're going to get flanked from the rear by Scotty. Stephen and Scotty now on the point for the Signals, and Jarvis going to come in and he's going to get taken out by Scotty. Signals seems to be a little bit more dominating here. This is what domination's about. It's about being aggressive, it's about getting to those flags, pushing the other team off and securing it to get those points for your team. You see that at the top, they will score points for as many flags as they hold. It looks like the Engineers managed to flank around the back and secure the A flag without the Signals even knowing, score a few extra points, but the Signals have now taken and whilst the Signals are trying to capture their A flag, the Engineers have come and taken the B flag. Lots going on here. Let's just watch the mini-map for a moment. You can see these teams both trying out different tactics. Got number 3, Kasaj, there in the corner, and he's going to spot number 9. Yeah, he's going to take out number 9, Mitchy T. He's just making sure none of them can take that Bravo flag. Currently, the Engineers with the advantage here, holding the C and B flags. So they're going to score 2 points every few seconds, whereas the Signals team are only going to be scoring 1. And that makes all the difference in the long run. There's about 3.5 minutes here before we go to half time, and they will switch sides. Let's go back in and watch some of the players then. Let's go and watch Java. You can see Tomo there at B flag, being supported by Java. 3 Signals trying to come in, and they're just getting taken out left, right, and centre. I want to be fair to the Signals, so let's go over and watch Boom Boom for a little bit. So Boom Boom here now at the centre and at green. He's going to run through the boiler house, try and support his teammates. Oh no, he's going to come through the crawl space and see if he can flank them. He's going to hear someone moving. Tomo's going to hear his footsteps and he's going to take him out. Let's go over and watch Mitchy T for a little while. All these players have got their field upgrades, which is Dead Silence ready. They obviously use Dead Silence to try and sneak up on the opposing team, and he's going to get taken out by Tomo again. Tomo, you can hear them coming. He's just keeping an eye on that rear. He can tell that the Signals are trying to flank from the rear of that objective Bravo. It doesn't look like the Signals are being too aggressive here, and I think they need to start making something happen. But if we look at the map, you can see the 2 players, number 6 and number 0, Steven and Boom Boom, trying to go for that Charlie flag, but can't quite make it happen for Steven. Steven's going to respawn, and Mitchy T is going to get eliminated by number 4, Vertex. Let's go watch user 943 for a moment. He's just staying on the box. He's just keeping that A flag from being taken by any of the Engineer players. Thinking they might try to flank. As we can see on the minimap, that's not happening, but he's just going to hold back just to make sure that no one sneaks around. It looks like that battle for B has been won by the Signals after a bit more of aggressive play style. 9's going to come around and get taken out by he's going to take out number 2, Javo. They've got a much better positioning here. I think the Engineers going to have to try and... Oh, he doesn't know what's going on. Kasaj knows somewhere, and he's going to get taken out by Kasaj. User 943 doing a brilliant job of defending, but it looks like Kasaj just trying to sneak around there for the Engineer team. Watching Scotty now, he's already around the tracks. He's going to try and come around backhand side, but gets quickly taken out by Kasaj, who's there to make sure he didn't do anything. Watching Scotty still. He's going to come around to minecarts. Obviously, Signals have still got control of 2 of the flags, so they're going to make up a few points here. With 30 seconds left in this half, it could take us to a very close second half in this domination match on Gunrunner. Engineers still lead, but if they can't make something happen with that Bravo flag, or at least try and secure that A flag to stop the, and you can see there, Kasaj. Scotty knows somebody's there, he's going to try and flank round. And they get taken out. He's going to neutralize A. Engineer wins that domination half. Nice final kill there by Kasaj and user 943. Some nice dominating gameplay there by the Engineers. However, it is still a very close match. It is anybody's match at this point. If the Signals can win this, we'll take it to a 4th game. But if the Engineers can hold out against the Signals onslaught, they should be in a good position, and they will win against the Signals team. Let's go in here and watch Steven 434 for a moment and see what the Signals players are going to do to try and secure victory against the Engineers. Both teams fighting for that Bravo position. Trophy systems are up. That's just going to stop any grenades or tacticals being effective. But yeah, Tomo just snuck around while Steven was reloading and takes him out. Let's go over and watch a few more of the Signals players. Let's watch Boom Boom for a moment. He's just going to keep eyes on that Charlie flag. He's going to be defending. Both teams have obviously switched sides now, and he doesn't want any of those engineer players coming around from the ISO containers. Let's just zoom out here. You can see the positioning of these two Signals players here. Boom Boom just securing that Charlie flag. Let's fly to the other side of the map through the boiler house and go see how these engineers are planning on securing this Bravo position. You can see there they've now secured it. Mitchy T there from the Royal Signals takes out Stockinator. Sarge takes him out though, just to make sure they defend that advantage they've currently got, and it's going to be contested. Oh no, wait, they didn't quite have it. So the Signals are back on it and they're securing it. Scotty supported by Stevens. Stockinator's there trying to put some pressure on, but no, the Signals will maintain control of the majority of the flags at the moment. The Engineers being a flag, being defended by Vertex. And looks like Boom Boom still at the back there defending the Charlie flag. But Kasar's going to make a play for it. Let's go over and see how he can do. He's popped smoke, give him some cover from fire. Boom Boom's going to fire some rounds and he clips Kasar. You can just see the outlines of the player there. The camera taking some rounds from Boom Boom. And the Engineers now secure Charlie. And Mitchy T couldn't quite get there in time. So that'll be a few extra points coming through for the Engineers. But Mitchy T is going to start securing it again for the Signals. It's all about this B flag. As you can see here, Signals nicely spread out. Jarvo, supported by Tom and Stockinator, they're going to make a play for it. They take out user 943. They've still got that A flag. They should be able to take this Bravo flag here. But let's just zoom out. You can see Mitchy T coming in there. He's going to take out Kasaj. No, he's going to be taken out by Kasaj. And the Engineers will secure the second flag. And they're going to have that points advantage. They still maintain a lead of about 20 points at the moment, but the Signals have managed to sneak around. Scotty there, Java already on top of him, takes him out, and Tomo will come in to secure the flag. You can see the Signals players all spawning on the other side of the map. Let's fly around them for a moment and see how they're getting on. Scotty going through water in the boiler house. He's going to come through the crawl space and support user 923. Stockinator being taken out by user there. Scotty getting obliterated by those explosives on the right hand side of the screen just now. Tomo and Kasaj defending that B flag. It looks like A flag. Is it quite secure? I think it is secure by the Engineers. Doesn't say it at the top of the screen, but the Engineers still maintain a lead with those two flags. Mitchy T is going to come through the centre. He's going to throw a grenade in over the wall, and he's going to come through to see if what happens. Kasaj is going to take him out. Let's just stick by Kasaj for a moment. He's going to be taken out by Scotty. He's managed to flank round. And Tomo's there, but he gets taken out by Scotty. I think that was a triple kill for Scotty there in the feed. Jarvo throwing the grenade. Tacticals going in. Trying to get to that flag. Obviously there's 1 minute left, so the Engineers can just hold out and try and get this flag back to get that advantage from the points. They could win the game, they could win the match. Stockinator getting taken out by Boom Boom, even though he manages to take out Steven there. Java sees Boom Boom run across the map, he's got eyes on him. Tomo's going to come in. Let's just come out to this side for the Engineers for a moment. Everyone furiously trying to get that B flag. They know they need to get it because with 43 seconds left, the Signals could potentially, don't know if there's enough time for the Signals team to outpoint the Engineers here, but it's still a very close match. 30 seconds left, and it looks like after Charlie, the Signals are taking control. Engineers still maintaining control of A. You know, the Signals here maintaining nice control of these two flags, but I don't think it's going to be enough for these Signals players. I think this will be a win for the Engineers. 10 seconds left on the clock. Very well played there, very dominant by the very end of this match. You have to give them credit, that was an amazing performance there, but unfortunately the Engineers secure the victory in this third and final match. Incredibly dominant performance by the Engineers here, but that'll be a 3-0 victory over the Signals development team this evening. Final kill here by Vertex, taking out Scotty, hiding in that corner. 17 kills by Tomo there. You can see there Scotty putting up the most kills from both teams. Mitchy making the most kills out of both teams. But incredible play from both sides. looks like that will be it. That'll be a 3-0 victory for the Engineers. Thank you guys for tuning in this development match between these two fantastic teams. Both teams playing brilliantly. The Engineers managing to secure a victory towards the end of all of their matches. Well done to the Signals. It was a brilliant game from you guys. Watching you guys play for a while, very accurate. They obviously knew what weapons they wanted to use. Their tactics were there, but unfortunately, they were just pipped to the podium by the Engineers. Thank you for tuning in this evening for those who are watching, and we will see you again next time.